Earlier today, if you watched Pittsburgh Today Live, you saw David and me talking with two members of the Rooney family.
What a conversation. Pittsburgh honor. They were talking with Steelers president Art Rooney and the second, his brother Jim Rooney, who wrote A Different Way to Win.
And Steelers fans know that book came out about 5 years ago, but starting today, it comes to life with stories voiced by the men who lived them. Here's more of our conversation with the Rooneys. Since you were able to see this from childhood on, is there anything that you like to carry on, something that your dad did that you continue to do to this day?
You know, I think my dad had a great knack for understanding people and I think trying to get the best out of people no matter what he was working on or who he was trying to work with. He was a positive force and trying to, you know, whatever it was, make it better than when he started with it.
Yeah, and such a leader too.
Yeah.
Jim, what was maybe your favorite part of putting the audio portion of this together?
Yeah, like I said, it was definitely the interviews. You know, we talked about Franco, but I sat down with Rocky Bleier, I sat down with Mel Blount, I sat down with Art, I sat down with Commissioner Tagliabue and Commissioner Goodell. So getting to see that sort of whole extent of my father's career, both sort of in the NFL and what he did there to help build what the league has become, and then the things he did with the Steelers and how those players, you know, were in their 20s and would talk about throughout their business career the things he had taught them then were you know, helpful in decisions they were making now.
That was the Dan Rooney I came to know. He was authentic, he had values, he knew how to play the long game when others were looking for short-term gain. He believed in doing the right thing.
With both the written book and now the audiobook, did you feel like you got to know your dad in a different way?
It's funny, I've been asked that question before, and I don't know that I got to know him in a different way, but it was really cool to have others sort of reiterate the things I'd learned. You know, my father always said, do the right thing. You know, whatever the situation is, it's not about money, it's not about how are you going to get, you know, are you going to get further in life or whatever, it's do the right thing. And every single person I interviewed said that 4 or 5 in the interview.
Wow.
Yeah. Art, is there something that you take from your dad that was really instilled in you that you try to instill in others?
Well, again, I try to you know, see the good in people and help them get to the good spot if they need to, and you know, that's what he was like. He always was trying to, as I said, bring out the best in people and you know, work well with people. So he was a people person, that's for sure.
Honestly, sometimes I have to pinch myself when I get to have conversations like that. It was really interesting. We got to hear these little clips from the audiobook from some famous Steelers, from people that we know that a lot of you grew up watching on the field, but to hear them talk,
clip, I got like emotional.
It was really interesting to talk with them and for them to be very candid about their dad and how their dad impacted them, but also the Steelers and the players on a very personal level.
Absolutely, and I think it's easy to get lost in the lights and the stardom of the Rooney family whenever we're thinking about them.
Yeah.
But you can just tell this is a well-raised family. They are so normal, and they just want to do good for the city that they've called home for so. We are so lucky to have this family running it at the top. And I will say I was at Acrisure Stadium on Thursday.
Yeah.
And the Rooney way just goes through that whole stadium, the general energy and the vibes, and I'm so proud to have them.
We have more of this conversation that's coming in a couple of weeks from now. We were able to speak with another notable person within the Steelers organization. So look forward to that on Pittsburgh Today Live in the coming weeks. But I will tell you that this do the right thing quote comes up again. It's very interesting to see how powerful that one statement was and how it's carried on.
Absolutely, and how those words can still carry on.
That's
we
right.
need that kindness every day, and the Rooney started it.